Ladies and gentlemen, forgive the background noise. I'm actually driving right now. I'm actually at work. But I have to say something. I may not even upload this. Nobody will listen anyways. Even though what I say makes the most sense. But in lieu of, the Charlie Kirk shooting and all, I'm kind of annoyed by all the men talking about this case and talking about the shooter's motives. They're all, married men, white married older men that claim to be heterosexual. And so, of course, the shooter's only motivation was politics, because that's all they know is politics. So therefore, because that's all I know is politics, therefore, that's all the shooter knows or was motivated by. And then when some people suggest that, because of his age or whatever, it has to do more with love, romance, and the crazy things that love makes you do at that age, these white heterosexual go, oh, no, that's not it. That's not it. It's just, because it's just politics. It's just the left. Because that's all they know. To me, if you want to know this guy's motives, why not have on like some bisexual dude who's been through that stuff before, transgender type, whatever, that's in and out of relationships, on the down low, stuff like that. Why can't we hear from people like that? Because they're going to give you better insight into the shooter than, hard right heterosexual men on the radio, conservative men that dare not look at another guy's butt or he might be declared gay. Do you see what I'm saying, folks? And what I'm saying is, I'm sorry what these Bible-yielding, supposedly straight white men say about the shooter. I'm going to say it. He was probably motivated by kind of like a Romeo-Juliet love thing. And guilt. That's another thing people are living out, guilt. Don't forget, this guy comes from a conservative home. His dad is a former cop. They're probably pro-Trump, church-going people. So all his life, what did he hear? Homosexuality is evil. It's evil. It's evil. It's bad. But his body tells him otherwise, folks. His body tells him, you know what? I like this person. I don't give a damn what gender they are. I like them. We get along. You see what I'm saying? Turn off that doggone, whatever that thing is. And only someone who has struggled with that stuff would know that. But guilt, in other words, there was a conflict of interest in his own soul. And Charlie Kirk was kind of like poking and jabbing at him. He could never relax with someone like Charlie Kirk around telling him that, hey man, gay people are all going to hell. Transgenders are, all going to hell. You're going to hell because now you've fallen in love with one. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're like Clay and Buck or Mike Gallagher, one of these, mainstream, you ain't going to understand that. It's not for you to understand, whatever, because you've never been through that before. If, in your mind, it's all politics. It has to do with left versus right. But y'all don't have no nuance. You have no nuance because there's a lot of things y'all ain't. Yeah, you're on the radio every day, blabbing your mouths about, but there's a lot of crap you've never experienced as far as relationship goes. You were taught to love a woman, and that's what you did on the surface. You're married, whatever. But there's a whole lot of people that are in the middle and between, sideways and twisted. All right? And confused and just trying to figure life out. You know what I'm saying? And most of these guys, here's the thing, folks. Most men that are attracted to transgenders, they're just like that shooter guy. They're like, they want this straight line by day, but that's the Bible says. By day, that's the Bible says. And then by night, hey, come on over, my wife's gone, or I'm home alone, man. Okay? Believe me, I know. So most of them put on that straight as a pipe front during the day. And then by night, they're, whatever. But again, unless you've ever gone through that or been a part of that world or that circle or that orbit, you wouldn't know. So, Clay and Buck don't know diddly dot about this man's motives, because they've never fallen in love with a same-gendered person or a transgender. They've never had to hide. They don't know what it's like to hide a romantic interest you have in someone maybe your church or your home wouldn't approve of or whatever. So all I'm saying is not only that, but the guilt. A lot of these guys, they come out of these homes where everything is black and white. Either you do it this way or you're going to hell. Either you find a woman and fall in love or you're going to hell. And all I'm saying is that that's a source of guilt. And no one likes feeling guilty all the time. So the shooter, I guess, figured if I just shut up this guy that makes me feel guilty, the guilt will go away. And I'm sure he justified it in other ways, you know, trying to impress his love. And that's all I'm saying. You have to include love in this thing. You have to. I don't care how despicable you think he was or this or that. You have to include love, because love makes people do odd things, or passion, you know, the love, passion, whatever you want to call it. It's not what's in your mind, Clay and Buck. It's what's in the mind of the shooter. Okay? Anyways, with that, I got to get back to my job. I'm out. Now go get your shine box.